I think it takes a few seconds whilst it goes onto YouTube. Okay, we should be live on YouTube right now. So welcome to everybody that's joining and clicking in. Drop a like, drop a comment on the live to see if we're live. Just let me know. Awesome. And we're gonna get well, I'm gonna go right and I'm gonna go to the Zoom. Okay, there's some people like that are 3 minutes late. Well, 2 minutes late. Okay, I'm gonna let them in and then that's it. All right. Okay. So welcome everybody to the Closers University boot camp. Who is here for the first time? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Okay, we are live, hopefully. I'm terrible, guys. I am terrible when it comes to technology. So they're like the first few seconds of our lives are always like doing tech check. But awesome. It's a pleasure having you all over here, right? On Zoom. And for those of you that are tuning in on the Closers University YouTube channel, look, guys, this has been a long time coming. I just want everybody to know that the Closers University started off in 20 like I've been just so you guys know, I've been teaching, mentoring, coaching people for over 50, nearly 20 years. And I've always had this conversation with God that if you do it for me, I'm going to make sure I do it for other people. I've always had this conversation with him. So it was inevitable when I got my breakthrough in 2021. And I was helping people from 2021. Just so you know, the moment, the first month that I hit $20,000 in a single month, I made sure I got a bunch of the guys and I helped them also make big money with me because it was a leaderboard. I was number one, and the three guys that I was mentoring, Usman, Shamil, and Hisham. These three guys, I made sure they also got their best months as well. I don't know what it is. For me, I don't like winning on my own. Now, I have literally had hundreds of messages for people wanting to learn, high ticket sales. Like there's over 80 of you guys on the call over here right now. And if I was to show you how many people are in the waiting room waiting to join, but they're late. Some of you guys were 20 minutes early, like in the waiting room. And maybe I'll let some of these guys in towards the end, but like I'm going to prioritize the people that are on the call over here right now. And if you guys are watching the recording, have a look at the comments, have a look at what, people are asking and whatever. And maybe you'll be able to come on some of the live calls that we do. Now, just to give you like a little brief background about myself, I've been teaching, mentoring, coaching people, for over 15 years. I've been in the sales industry for over 25 years. I've been helping people for a minute now. And I got my breakthrough in 2021. And I made the decision that, you know what, once I've made it for myself, I need to help other people, make it for themselves. And what I kept seeing from time and time again, in the industry was, people were, disregarding whenever I would go and apply for a role, or I'd hear any of my friends or people that I was networking in the industry. They'd go and apply for roles, but then people won't take them seriously. They won't even they disregard the applications. Like for any of you guys probably that are new to this industry right now, you're probably struggling on landing an interview. You're probably struggling on landing an offer, or some of you have managed to land an offer, but you're struggling on that offer to actually unlock the income potential on the offer. Well, let me tell you guys, if you guys pay attention to this boot camp that's going to be happening over multiple classes, I swear to God, not gonna hold anything back. I've told you guys before, there is no pitch on any of these classes. I am giving you everything you need, and you're gonna see as well. There's so many of you guys on this call over here right now. I'm gonna be working on with you guys directly. I'm gonna be going back and forth with you guys. I'm going to be picking and selecting people. I'm going to be seeing who's paying attention, Who's looking at their phones? Or who's like distracted? Or who's stuck in whatever position? I'm watching you all. That's why I've got you all as your cameras on. I can see all of you guys from Tazeen to Zaid to Amlan to Umar, Anfal, Balach, Rakibul, Arman, like you name it. Habib, Shuaib, Kassam, Abdurrahman, all of you guys. I see you all. Ziad, I see you as well with your smile and your tie. David as well with your shirt and tie. Like for me, this shows me that you guys are ready. Kiwan is looking $1 million with his blazer on as well. This is good. Look, how you do anything is how you do everything. Because look, this call is being live streamed. This call is being live streamed. Now, if you haven't turned up as your best, maybe in the next call, turn up your best. Because who knows who's going to see this call? Who knows? Maybe a client may come across this. Be like, you know what? He's been studying with Jabran for a minute now. Maybe they see it years down the line. Maybe you're going to see this call years down the line, as you will see with the Zoom calls that I did years ago. Look at the people that were on those Zoom calls. Look at them now. Ask me about their results. The very people that were studying with me years ago are now earning tens of thousands of dollars a month. I'm not taking all the credibility for it, but I'm just trying to show you guys, look at where they were, just as you guys are here right now. Look, for you guys to win in this industry, let me tell you something. You got to be hungry. You have to be hungry. If you're not hungry and you really like, you can't, you look, you can't be hungry for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. You just can't. Like, as in, like, you're hungry, so you watch something, and like, okay, your hunger's dead now. Okay, it's like, like, I'm not talking about. By the way, I always have energy drinks. Well, not always energy drinks, but just so you know, before all my calls, as you guys know, I wear Bleu de Chanel, and I only drink Red Bull when it's like a special occasion. Today's a special occasion because I know there's going to be a handful of people. I wish it's all hundreds of you guys, but there's going to be a select few people that are going to run with the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys over the next few classes. I swear to God, some lives are going to be changed. Do you know what? Some lives are already being changed because people are showing me their potential. I gave, as you guys know, and some of you guys don't know, but there were some pre-tasks that I gave everybody. Pre-tasks before the boot camp. And I gave them, and I told them you'd be able to put these on your resume. And I gave them tasks to go do outbound, to go and inform and educate prospects. And I gave them tasks to do now, and some of them have got me serious numbers. Now, what are they going to be able to do? Because they followed what I said, they're now going to be able to put that on their resume. But look, there's going to be so many other things that I'm going to be going over with you on these classes that you will be able to put on your resume that, hey, I've graduated from the closest university, I've learned principles that are responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars. I'll say that again. I've learned frameworks and principles that are responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars, as high as 30 million within 6 months. $5 million a month frameworks. I've learned them and I know how to implement them in your business. So if I was to come on your, like, let me, guys, what I've just said there, just there, I swear to God, if this penny drops with you right now, I guarantee you the next conversation that you have with a business owner, you best believe they're going to be taking you more seriously. Like, what I'm going to be like, imagine you guys are going to be leveraging my experience and my results. 25 years in the game, hundreds of millions of dollars, $5 million a month frameworks, taken brand new sales teams across numerous niches and sectors and industries to multi-million dollars a month. Having worked with some of the biggest names and brands in the world, from Tai Lopez, Kevin David, Rudy Mauer, Shakir Hussein, Rabbi Abuvala, Matt Lepre, Daniel Earls, the names and list goes on. All of that experience you guys are getting. Some of you guys free on my YouTube channel. Like, if you guys were going to study anything, I swear, start studying the content I'm putting out there. Just that alone. So, look, I want to dive right in. This masterclass, this boot camp is literally going to be a boot camp. Some of you guys are going to be getting the boot, just so you guys know. Some of you guys are going to be, it's going to be tough love. Because look, I want to get to know everybody. As a matter of fact, all of you guys, go on into your YouTube comments and I want you to just quickly just write down your reason why. And I want to see everyone that's on the YouTube live as well. Enter your reason why. Just write down your reason why. I want the world to know what your reason why is. And your reason why needs to make you cry. End of story. It needs to make you cry. I'll tell you what my reason why was. I didn't have a reason why to begin with. I was taught to go and have a reason why. It was 2014. It was December of 2014. And I said on the YouTube, guys, on the YouTube, because on the Zoom, it's going to disappear. Pay attention. Pay attention. Remember, attention to detail. See, look, some of you guys are putting it on the YouTube, on the Zoom. Obviously, those of you that are on the YouTube live, you guys are doing as I'm asked. But some of you guys are still being amateur. See, you're not paying attention. And I'm going to call you guys out as well before you delete it. So who's posting on the Zoom? So look, Jude, Mariam, Ismail, what are you guys doing? Fix up. Look, Semi, why are you posting up? Semi, why are you doing it on Zoom? What did I ask for? What did I ask for? Post it on YouTube. This is, guys, this is why you're freaking stuck in the situation that you're at. You can't even listen properly because you get excited and like, oh, let me quickly. No, relax, take it in and process what I'm saying, and then act. Think before you speak and before you act. Write this stuff down. Everyone should be on this live. Guys, everyone should be here present with a pen and paper. Because some of the things that I'm going to tell you are going to be worth $1 million. Whether you want it or not, you're going to write it down. If you don't want it, just don't write it down. Think before you speak. Some of these lines that you've probably heard before, as in like, think before you speak. What do you mean, think before I speak? Think before you speak. Think before you act. You may know. For some of us, we've done exams in the past, and like we knew the answer and we quickly just wrote it down, but we didn't realize we're just rushing it. Just like we just rushed it just now. It wasn't everybody, but it was a couple of you guys. We're live on the Closest University YouTube channel. So look, my reason why, look, I got a rude awakening in 2014 when and it was after watching somebody else's testimonial, somebody else's video, where I realized that, you know, my dad's working and I'm above the age of 25. I was 31 at the time. I was 31 when I had my wake-up call. Some of you guys are not even half, like, you're probably like 20, 25. Some of you guys thinking like, am I like way old? Like, guys, just so you guys know, I matured and got my wake-up call at the age of 27, but I got my breakthrough at 31. For some of you that are younger than that, you've got time. You have got time. And I realized then that, you know what? I need to retire my dad. How can he be working and I live in his home and not help him? And that was and I had just returned from overseas. I was only meant to be at home for a few weeks and I was flying back out to my next destination because I used to work for TUI, the travel company. I was a holiday advisor. Best job ever. But I only used to get paid like anywhere between 380 and 420 pounds a month. But I still love my job. Like, I never used to understand some people when they used to be like, oh, I hate my job. I was like, well, what the hell do you? Like, for me, money wasn't ever a motivation. Like, I never loved money. But when I realized what money could do, I was like, you know what? I need to fall in love with this money thing because the money is gonna, like, I wish I could turn around my monitor and show you like what money has it been able to do for me. Like, I've literally, the whole sofa is filled with toys, pens, crayons, sweets, and all sorts of snacks. that I'm going to be taken to the local orphanage. Yeah, because right now I'm in Islamabad in Pakistan. I'm going to be taken there. Like, if I never had money, I couldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to daily tip people as I go along. Like, I couldn't do that if I never had money. So, for those of you that have this love hate relationship with money, let me tell you, if you don't love something, you really think it's going to love you back, apart from your mother? Do you really think if you don't love your spouse long enough, you think they're going to love you back? No, they're not. Eventually, they're going to be like, get the hell out of here. So you need to have this little relationship and connection with money. But 2014 was when I just made the decision. Some of you guys need to make the decision. Some of you guys need to make the decision that, you know what, enough is enough. Enough is enough. That, you know what, right now is when I'm going to change my life. I need to change my life right now. And some of us, we still haven't, made that decision. You need to, man. Like, look, every like questions will be at the end, guys. So just put your hands down on because I'm gonna get distracted. Look, everyone has a moment in their life where they're like, you know what? It's now or never. It's like this. When you've got guests coming around and you haven't cleaned up the room or your bedroom or whatever, or your house or whatever for a while, like things have just been left there on the side for a couple of days or maybe even weeks. But the moment you find out, now they've been there for weeks or maybe days, but the moment you find out there's guests coming, boy, you're just whipping everything around and cleaning it around like one time. Like, you get done what you were putting off for days in minutes. This is how I need you to get with your goals and your reason why. You need to act like there's only a few days left, few weeks left, few months left to achieve your reason why, or it's never happening. You need to get that flame behind your backside. You need to have your back up against the wall, as in, like, it's now or never. So you got to be a bit delusional. You got to say some crazy stuff to yourself. You got to be, impatient with what you want to do. No patience. We don't want patience. You want to be hungry, driven. And I made the decision that I'm going to retire my dad. That was the moment. December 2014 was the month and year where I said, I'm going to retire him. I didn't know how. Guess what? You don't need to know right now how you're going to achieve your reason why. Like, write down your one reason why that you need to make it happen. The one reason why that you just need to make it happen. Write it down. Put it in the chat, guys, so you can go back to this, because I did. I wrote it down. Like, if you go on my Instagram, I've been sharing it on my stories. Like, look how many years ago I was telling people I was going to make 20 grand a month. Like, I wish I could show people my Facebook profile, but right now it's been disabled. Guys, I was saying this for years. Like, luckily I still got my Instagram and like I can pick up like posts, but these are going to be memories and you're going to be like, oh my God, I actually did it. And it's happened for me. It's going to happen for you if you stay in the game long and hard enough. So there's a few questions that I want to pose at you guys right now, because I've got some notes and I want to go over this as well. Like, ask yourself, who am I? Like, who are you? Guys, the chats in the Zoom, I'm not going to see, so post them on the YouTube channel. Forget the chats on what's it called, Zoom. So I'm just going to close that. All comments and everything, and I'm going to go back to that as well. My reason why, so okay, I've got Leonard Matinia. My reason why is to make it in this space to provide for my family like they provided for me, to travel the world and give my sick mother everything she dreamed of. That was Leonard. He got a sick mom. He's got his sick mom, and like, he understands that they did everything for him, and now he wants to give them back. But then, you know what you need to do? Like, look, some of you guys, not everybody, some of you guys gotta, you know what? I gave up everything. So let me tell you what I did. I used to love going out with my friends. I used to be out every single day and night with my friends. I loved chilling with my friends. I loved going out. I loved having meals. I loved boxing. I used to eat, sleep, drink boxing. I was meant to turn professional in 2015. I was ready to turn professional. Just so you guys know, I have English, British, European medalists as a light welterweight in the amateurs. I was one of the tallest light welterweights in the world. I was meant to turn professional. And remember, at the time, I was flying out to go Cyprus. I was meant to be there for like 6 months. Guys, I gave up everything, everything. I was like, you know what? I'm staying home. I'm getting focused, and I'm gonna retire, Dad. When my friends would call me to link up, nah, sorry, man, I'm not available. I told everybody, listen, I'm not available. I put my phone on silent to everybody, notifications off. I zoned in. I was like, right, I'm a broadcast, but I'm not going to be a broadcast for long. I realized I am not the person I need to be to retire my dad. Luckily, thank God, 2000 December 2014, I was introduced to the world of personal development. If you guys don't know what personal development is, write it down, because for some of you guys, this is going to be your first time coming across what personal development is. I swear to God, personal development changed my life. It changed me. And that's what it is. Personally developing yourself into the person that's ready to receive what you want and the goals that you want. It's working on yourself every single day, improving yourself. And that's what I was exposed to. Personally, I was exposed. I started networking. I started connecting with people online that were living the life I wanted. I started unfollowing some people that weren't living the life that I wanted, that were taking me away from my goals. I stopped chilling. I was focused on my goal. I need to retire my dad. Do you know the conversation I used to have every single day with myself? I swear to God, what did you do today to retire your dad? There wasn't a night, I swear to God, there wasn't a night that I wouldn't ask myself that question. And there were so many nights that I would cry myself to sleep just thinking about the day that I was going to retire him, the day I was going to be able to give back to my mom and dad. Like, that was my reason why. And guys, for you guys in the high ticket sales industry, whatever your goals are, 5 grand a month, 10 grand a month, 50 grand a month, I've done it. I've helped umpteen others do it. There's hundreds and probably thousands. There's thousands of people that have done it. So it's already proven. Do you know what the only difference is between you and them? It's just timing and skill. Just skill. You just need to improve yourself. So even if you think you're shit right now, mind my French, even if you think you're whack, no problem. We're going to get to work on ourselves, and all we have to do is improve ourselves. Just realize that, okay, maybe my English is not on point. Maybe some of my communication skills are not on point. Maybe the way I carry myself online is not on point. No problem. Maybe the way I speak to people is not the way it's meant to be. No problem. Like, look, I take myself very now. You like right now, you guys have an example in high ticket sales. Let's just say as me. Look at some of my testimonials. I would say right now for the next 90 days, give me 90 days. Just follow me. Give me 90 days and just follow what I say and do what I say and do what I do. But make no excuses. Because as you know, you can only make one, either money or excuses. You can't have both. So if I'm telling you to do something and you're like, yeah, Jabran, but you know that but is an excuse. You ain't making it. Simple. I'll be honest with you right now. This is not going to be easy. Whoever told you, hey, you just need to watch, Jabran's video, and then literally next month you're going to be on an offer and you're going to close deals and you're going to make 20 grand a month, lied to you. It even took me 9 months in this industry to make that $25,000 in a month. Well, £20,000. It even took me 9 months in the industry. It took me failed opportunities. When I say failed, I started them, I made a few £1,000s. Now, for some people, a few £1,000s is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I made in the first 9 months like 2 grand, 3 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand, 6 grand a month, 7 grand a month. But then by month nine, bam, £20,000 in 1 month. And then within months, that 20,000 went all the way up to like 57,000 in a single month. And I'm talking pounds, British pounds, not Pakistani rupees. I just want to put that out there. Not 57,000 Pakistani rupees, 57,000 pounds or dollars or whatever it was. I think it was pounds. But I've earned, I'm just talking about that specific time. I've earned hundreds of thousands of dollars in a month. Look, guys, just so you guys know, as a closer, I negotiate like certain deals with business owners. Once you're in the game, you can negotiate. Like I'm going to teach you how to negotiate as well. Once you're in the door and you've got some results, how you can negotiate. And I believe I negotiate like up to 15% on one of the offers. This was a time where I closed $100,000 deal. It was $100,000. And guess what? I had a call with him, and then he did a buy on the call. We had a great conversation. He went off in his way. I went off on my way. And ironically, from the UK, I went to Pakistan because I was doing things for my dad. Like every 90 days, I used to always go traveling. Imagine this, man. I praise the Lord and I thank the Lord. Alhamdulillah. Like ever since I've been in the high ticket space since 2020, I have traveled the world. I have taken umpteen flights around the world. I've stayed in the UK very little. Every 90 days, the agreement I used to have with my wife? So, when I made the decision, I got married in 2019. She got married to me when I was a broke ass. Like, I had nothing. I didn't even have a job. Imagine her brother's asking me. She got six brothers. She's like, "Well, what do you do for a living?" Oh, I'm going to start work. Oh, where did you graduate? Oh, I graduated in 2012. Like, do you drive? Oh, no, I don't drive. I wasn't even drive. I had passed my guys. I had passed my driving I think it was 12 years ago, and I still wasn't driving. I couldn't afford it. But you know why I used to say, I don't like driving. I could guys. I wasn't broke. Let me tell you, I did not come from money. I wasn't broke. I was broken. I had multiple overdrafts. Everyone know what an overdraft is? Is when you owe the bank money. Like you don't have your account, it will say that you have £797 or £1,497 or £2,506, but it'll have a minus next to it. So I didn't even know what it was like to have money in my account. It was always minus. Even when the money used to come in, it used to be like, okay, the minus 2,500 is now minus 1,200. So it was always minus. Some of you, I had a bank loan as well. Like I did some stupid shit, man. Because I had not like my IQ is very small as well. Like is I'm not that clever. Even though I have 2 degrees, I have a criminology and psychology degree, and then I have a postgrad in psychology as well. It just goes to show I'm just very good at copying. Guys, if you want to earn money, like, I don't know, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, let's just keep it there. Get very good at copying. Guys, I'm giving you gold. Get very good at copying to the T. Copying and just be coachable. Copying and be coachable. Now look at it like this. There's about 80 of you guys over here. And all 80 of you, I told you to write your reason why in the comment section on the YouTube channel. For those of you that are watching it on the live, put your reason why on the YouTube channel. Do you guys know how many of you guys actually put it down? Do you guys know how many of you didn't do it? That's how uncoachable we are. Oh, just do it later. You're not going to listen. Oh, just do it later. Like, why not? I'm just listening. But you're not going to understand it. And like, just like we've had pre-calls to this as well. Like, I don't know if I'm going to release them, but there was quite a lot of nuggets that we shared on the pre-calls. And on like one of the pre-calls, I shared like, the reason, like the method behind my madness. Like I have a weird way of teaching things. And the way I described it to everybody, let's see if you can comment on the YouTube channel, my method, like who I got my method from. Let me see. Let's see who can put it down. Okay, yeah. So no, the Grant Cardone was my philosophy, but Mr. Miyagi. Anyone watch the Karate Kid? Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi, how did he teach Daniel? He didn't be like, okay, this is how you kick it. No, what did he do first? He told him, wax on, wax off, paint up, paint down, do this, do that. And Daniel was like, and like we showed this short clip on YouTube because I wanted you guys to understand because I've been giving a lot of the boot camp members pre-call tasks. And some of them were following it. Some, only some. Like big up to Mohammed Afsal. He was one of the leading, and Habib. And then there's Umar Godil as well. Sebi and Daniel. Like some of these, Shahab. There's a few, Aziz, Armand. There's a handful of Kassam. These guys got the assignment. They were coachable. Shubham, uh, listened to a few things as well. Who else was there? Yusuf Sophia. I got a few messages. They got the assignment. Shuaib Ali got the assignment. But guess what? So many other people just ignored it. And why? And this was to take you guys to the next level. And like it's a game. It's like the Mr. Miyagi method. You're not gonna understand. Now, look, I swear, some of you guys are gonna get this 1 year down the line. You're going to be like, shit, Jabran was telling us to do this, and this is how it could have helped. Do you know that task that I got the guys to do? Do you know they're going to now be able to put that on their resume like they've worked for the closest university? They've done outbound and they've informed and educated and sold people on a program or whatever. Like they basically these people did the actions, the behaviors required for an appointment setter. And now they're going to be able to have this conversation with others as well. And they're going to be like, oh, and like, okay, let's just say if the business owner doesn't know about the closest university, oh, Mr. Client, let me tell you about Jabran Khan from the closest university. He's worked with XYZ. He scales sales teams to multi-million dollars a month. He has frameworks that have continuously brought in north of $5 million a month in businesses. It's his frameworks that I've learned and I'm going to be bringing to your organization. He's worked with XYZ. Guys, this is the conversation you can have with clients. But before we have this conversation with clients, I need to work on a few things with you guys. You guys are going to need to work with each other as well. Maybe some of you guys are going to need to work. Like, look, guys, just so you know, when I got into the high ticket sales industry, I had no experience in the high ticket sales industry. Guess how I landed my roles in my high ticket sales journey? Not by experience because I had none. Guess what I said to them? I learned the skills required. I found out what are the qualities of a high ticket closer. What do they require the closer to be? And guess what I did? I embodied them. I studied them. I Googled them. I checked them in the dictionary. I got all the meaning for it. I translated all of them and I studied them. I made them my own. I made them part of my DNA. So when I'm speaking to clients in my intro video, I could confidently speak about those qualities and actions required from a high ticket closer and an appointment setter, because that was my role. Appointment setter and a high ticket closer. It was a hybrid role, my first role. So I was able to do that in the intro video, do that in my interview, and then also do it on the job. Because it's all good talking the talk, but you're going to have to walk the walk if you want to collect the money. Because if you look, guys, like people know, just so you guys know, people know, salespeople, they talk a lot. They talk a good game. Like, you know how they say salespeople can sell ice to the Eskimos? Like, they know people are like, can talk the talk. This is why, you know what most companies do? They're like, you know what? Okay, cool. Jump on. You say you're this, you say that. Okay, cool. We'll trial you for a few days. And then people realize that, if they were hired quick, they were fired quicker. People hire fast, fire faster. Why? Because you show up, wherever you go, there you are. This is why it's so important to work on yourself. So know the qualities and then get to work. Now, if you feel like you cannot communicate clearly, whether it's verbally or over text, guess what you need to do? You need to start focusing on that. Now we have ChatGPT, we have AI that can help us. Some of us, even though English is not our first language and we can't speak English properly, you learn text setting, DM setting. You become a DM setter. Now, for you to be a great DM setter, maybe study some copywriting. Guys, write this down. Like copywriting. If you want to be a DM setter, know about copywriting. I would even go as far as learning some AI tools, which I'm actually going to share with you guys later on, where I'm going to be making the appointment setters super setters. Where when they're going to business owners, they're going to show them that, hey, I'm an appointment setter, but I'm going to come and install these AI bots in your business where they're going to communicate with your leads. They will follow up with your leads and you'll manage all of that. Now you're not just a DM setter. Guess what? Those business owners will want to talk to you. Hey, Mr. Client, I'm an appointment setter. I have all of this. I've learned $5 million a month framework from Jabran Khan. He's worked with XYZ. And I am an expert in installing these AI automations in your business. And I will run, like, guys, there will be some companies that will pay you on the low end, on the absolute low end, between $500 to $2,500 a month just to manage some automations. If you could show them how you can do outbound like on autopilot with the AI. I have one guy that worked on my previous offers that can teach you guys this if you guys hang around long and hard enough. So, okay, is everyone with me so far? Let me look at the YouTube. Let me see what we've got. Upgrade appointment setter to super appointment setter using the AI, 100%. I'm in the Zoom call. I turned off my screen. Okay. How's everyone feeling? Is everyone with me so far? Give me something in the comments, man, so I can read something, so I can get something back. Not on bloody Zoom, on YouTube. What we got? Focus on learning. Ewan, if you feel like you can communicate clearly, start focusing on that. Study copywriting. 100%. Guys, remember what I've told you. Study copywriting. Study copywriting. Said Mahmood, with you, brother. That's great. Show your skills with AI and management of it. Guys, and you can learn AI. You can learn AI on YouTube. Like I'll give you an insight. It's AI, it's within GHL. It's AI automations plugged in with GHL, and you can plug these. Like, we had an AI that we fed it how we want to speak, how we want it to speak to our clients. So we gave it the whole offer and everything. We fed all of it this like this. And guess what the AI used to do? It used to send thousands of messages a day. It used to send thousands of follow-ups a day. And it would have a sequence of like 12 messages, for 12 days. And when the client used to message back, either a text setter used to come back on or the AI would still communicate with it. And then whenever you want to turn the AI off, and a normal setter can go and communicate with it. That's the power. And like you can plug this into businesses, and it's not very hard. And businesses will pay you at least $1,000 because they don't know how to do this. We know. Okay. So I mentioned earlier, like there's a few questions that you want to pose yourself. How would you like, who are you? Ask yourself, who am I? What do I stand for? What are my values? What do you expect of yourself? These are very key questions you want to ask yourself. Guys, let's throw away the magnifying glass and look at others and whatever. Like right now, I need you guys to stop and ask yourself, like, who am I? What would you describe yourself as? What would your friends and family members and co-workers and people online describe you as? If it's not anything positive, then you need to get to work. Like, if some people would be like, if some people were to ask, about you, like, oh, what do you think of Umar Shah Jahan? Like, what would people say? What would they say about Moin Sheikh? Like if they ask me, like, if someone asked me about Moin, I'll be like, this guy is coachable. He's someone that goes above and beyond the call of duty. That's what I would say about him if someone asked me. I'd say exactly the same about Arman, Afsal, Aziz, Shahab, Semi, Daniel, and a couple of others as well. But what would we say about you? Like these guys got the excitement and got the assignment. Like straight, no questions asked. They knew Jabran has lived the life that we want to live. We trust him, we believe in him, and we're gonna follow him. Like this is, guys, why I want you to go and study some of my content. Look at like the things I talk about. Look at what I do. Get to know me through my live calls that I've done years ago. Get to know me and know what I stand for so you could trust me to guide you. Because if you don't, then you're not going to follow what I say. Like you guys have got to get used to saying no to people, no to chilling. Like, guys, I was seeing some people in like, the WhatsApp, the bootcamp WhatsApp group. Like people were just laughing and joking and having fun, which is okay. I love having fun. But I was seeing people laughing and joking. But like these guys, I was like, not one of you was showing me in the comment section on the YouTube or what videos you were learning from, your takeaways, or you were getting back to me with the tasks that I gave you guys. No one. Now, what, like, guys, you know how serious I used to get. So what the hell are you making a joke for? What are you laughing about? Your dad's still working. This is the conversation I used to have with myself. I swear to God, I was serious, man. So what the hell are you doing? You're gonna go out for a meal with your friends, and your dad's still working. Nice, but bam. And that's how focused I was. But this is why, guys, I've earned crazy money. I've had crazy results because I was slightly crazy. You guys got to be crazy. Just saying, you guys got to be crazy. Ask yourself, who do you follow? Guys, I want you to unfollow every other person right now. Like all these wastemans and all these what, like unfollow all these funny accounts because nothing's funny right now. You're broke. Your bank account's funny. So stop following all these comedians and all that and whatever and all these dodgy accounts just until you get your money right. Just until you get your money right. Stop following all of them and just study and follow what I'm saying. Because look, it's not me saying it. Just so you guys know, I learn from like some of the best people in the industry, some of the best people that I've ever walked this earth. I've studied the lives of the prophets. And we know they're the best people, and like from Jesus Christ to Muhammad, peace be upon him, to Joseph, to Moses. I've studied all of them. And I continually study them. I studied some of the biggest leaders in the world as well. Like the books, the trainings, the YouTube videos, the podcast. I've paid thousands and thousands of pounds just for 2 weekends, for like 2 days on a weekend, just to spend with people that are millions of miles ahead of me. I've done it all for you, and it's condensed in the closest university. It's condensed on my YouTube channel. All you need to do is just plug in and listen and take note, and then go back and repeat the notes. Ask yourself this: who do I currently look up to? Who are your friends? If your friends are brokies like you or like me 10 years ago, you need to change. 12 years ago, you need to change something. Just for the meanwhile, they may be good people, but if they're not on the same journey as you, share the journey with them. Like, this high ticket sales journey? You know what the mad thing is? One person's just fallen asleep on the Zoom call. Give yourself a slap in the face. I know it's late. Bishant, wake up, man. Yeah. You're falling asleep, bro. It's recorded as well. What the hell? Like, guys, I know it's late. For me, this is why I got Red Bull. It's past midnight for me. But I'm giving you guys my all. My daughter's asleep in the other room, and I'm shouting out from my lungs. The neighbors probably think I'm crazy. I'm right by the window. But do I care? Because I know whose life I'm trying to change. Questions later, please, or anything, just put them on the YouTube section. Because I get distracted when you put your hands up. So put your hands down, Habiba. You've got my attention, don't worry. So look, guys, stay focused. Like Habiba, put your hand down. You keep putting your hand up. Keep your hand down. I'm gonna kick you out then. You're not listening. So look, guys, what did I say to you? Who do you look up to? Paint a picture of your future self now. Paint a picture of your future self now. Like, who do you want to be? Think about who you want to be, guys. Paint a picture of that person. And now work backwards. What do you need to do in order to get there? I used to dream about being like a VP. I used to dream about it. If you got scroll through my Instagram, I swear there's a video like years ago. Like people, and I'd walk into rooms and I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing? My name's Jabran. Hey, how you doing? My name's Jabran." And people used to be like, and I was a nobody, absolute nobody. And I'd go into conventions and business meetings and whatever, but I would greet them like I'm $1 million. Because in my mind, I was a multimillionaire. You guys need to future pace yourself. I swear to God. Have you ever heard, those quotes on Instagram or whatever, where like they say that, one day work so hard until your bank account looks like a phone number. And I used to dream about that. And I swear to God, it's happened to me. Like there was so many numbers in my account up until like, look, I'm gonna give you the dark truth as well. Up until at one point, I worked with a dodgy business owner. Unfortunately, you're gonna see the dark side of high ticket sales as well. Some people are gonna scam you, like he scammed me and many others. I lost all my money, millions, put me down to minus again. I had it all and I lost it all. Stabbed me in the back. My friends stabbed me in the back. A lot of people turned on me. People called me a liar. Like I've been through it all, man. And it's gonna happen. Like this road to entrepreneurship. It's gonna be very lonely, man. It's gonna be very lonely. You gotta be prepared. I used to read about this, and I used to be like, "What the hell?" I used to be like, "Who's gonna hate on me?" Like, what? I'm like, look at me. I'm like a normal guy from inner city England in like one of the poorest areas in England. So who's gonna hate on me? But I didn't know how many people were jealous of me. I did not know because I was so used to making big money because it was for like 5, 6 years. I didn't know, like, for me, I swear to God, this is not me being, like arrogant or anything. For me to make 20 grand a month was like, nah, that was a bad month. Like it came to that stage where I was making tens of thousands of pounds a day. So like to make 20 grand a month, I was like, ugh. Like obviously, like you shouldn't be but like because my expectations got so high. But like I didn't know when I'm having conversations with my friends, like they were plotting against me. The ones I thought were my friends, they were plotting against me. This is why I said, like, I swear, man. You know, my mom used to say to me, "You don't need friends. You really don't, man. I swear, your friends are the ones that are gonna stab you in the back. Mine's did. The ones I swear I bled for. I did everything for. I'm getting emotional now, so I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna move on. But like, trust me, man. One day, like, one day I'll share my full story of what exactly, like everything. But anyways, but like, you're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows, and the lows are gonna be very low. Like, how my journey was, for a few years. Every time I take a few steps forward, like, imagine this, but I never lost faith. I swear, I never lost faith. Some of you guys are thinking, like, why is Jabran sharing all of these? Guys, I'm getting your mind ready for success. This is what's going to keep you from quitting. Every time this was my journey in entrepreneurship. Every time I take 2 steps forward, I'd go 10 steps back. Then it will take me a while to recoup those 10 steps and then take those 2 steps forward. Before the third step forward would come, I'd go another 10 steps back. This was my journey in entrepreneurship for years, for over a decade, even when I had money and I made tens of thousands. Just so you guys know, guys, I've made millions and I've given close to millions away. I haven't even spent it on myself. Like 90% of my money has been spent on my family, the poor, my relatives, my friends, and the more needy in the world. I've done everything I wanted to do. I only ever had one passion, which was traveling, and I traveled all around the world even before I even came into money. My dad paid for everything for me. He used to say, I remember, man, my dad, he used to work in a factory. We came from nothing, working class family, but he made sure every single year I went on the school trips, which were like overseas trips. And guess how he used to save up for the trips? There was a jar, like a jam jar, that obviously when the jam was finished, he'd put tape around it and he'd slit it from the top. And every Friday, he would put money in there, saving up for my trips. I still remember it till this day. He couldn't say no to me. He wanted me to have all the things he never had. Think about how much your parents have done for you guys. The fact that they've just brought you to this world. The fact that they just brought you to this world is enough. How can you not give them the life of their dreams? So, okay, create a goal. I've covered this on the pre-call, but there's new people here as well. And like for those of you guys on the live, create a goal, guys. Give it a date. I don't know, 12 months from now. Just write your goal down, but just say like whether it's 6 months from now, 12 months from now, whatever it is, write it down and give yourself a date to it. And now write down how you're going to achieve it. The great thing about high ticket sales is, like let's just say your goal was to make, let's just say 10 grand a month. As a setter, even, you can make 10 grand a month. Just so you know, my trained setters have earned north of $10,000 to $30,000 in a single month. My tech setters have made between $5,000 and $15,000 a month. The tech setters, not even on the phone, just texting. Some of them were housewives. Now you can map it out. So let's just say your goal was, let's just say to begin with, let's just say you're from the third world country or whatever you're from, $5,000. For you to make now if you're making $5,000, guys, even in the UK, you're in the top 10% of earners. If you make $5,000 in Europe, if you make $5,000 in a single month, you're already in the top 10%. Do you know most doctors don't even make over £3,500? So we're talking about $5,000. Now, how are you going to make $5,000? Imagine you're not even selling a high offer. It's like it's not a 50 grand or a 30 grand or 100 grand. Let's just say it's a 20 grand offer. It's 20 grand, $20,000. And you're going to get paid, let's just say as an appointment setter. We're not even going to go close. A closer will get 10%. Now, 10% of $20,000 is $2,000. I've also got 20% comms as well. I've also got 25% comms, but I'm keeping everything conservative. I'm not even talking. I've closed deals that are in the hundreds of thousands, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. I'm not even going there. I'm just saying $20,000. and your commission is not even 10%, it's 5%. What's 5% of $20,000? $1,000. So one deal can get you $1,000. You have 30 days to just get 5 deals to make 5 grand. On a 20 grand offer, you only need to get 5 deals to make 5 grand. Let's just say, after a month or so, you've got used to on the offer now. Now you're putting in all the work, you're putting in all like the effort and everything. Well, to make 10 grand on that offer, you only need 10 deals. Some companies may even pay you 10%, just so you know. If it's a new company or whatever, they may even pay you 10%. But let's just say it's a 10 grand offer. Now, 5% off $10,000 is $500. 10 deals of $500 in a month. One deal, not every day, every third day. So imagine one full day you don't work. Second day you don't work. On the third day, you get a deal. That's $500. So $500 every 3 days is 10 deals in a month. That's $10,000. Five, no, five. My maths is really terrible. 5 grand is 5 grand. But what if you're getting 1,000 per deal? Like I know somebody that was a setter on that 100 grand deal. I closed a 100 grand deal whilst I was in Pakistan. I spoke to the client months ago. Then I went to Pakistan. I got to Pakistan and I sent him a follow-up email. He eventually loved everything and whatever. He was eventually going to come on the 50 grand offer. And then I quickly pushed him up to 100 grand. I was like, why don't you look at this? And then he was like, oh, yeah, that's great. Let me do that. So I made $15,000 on that deal. Guess what the setter made? $7,500. And that was for a company called Mauer Capital. It's Rudy Mauer's company. It's still an active company right now. Great offer. You can go and apply there as well. Closed a 100 grand deal. I made 15 grand. The setter made 7,500. Who would love to make 7,500 from one deal? There's offers out there. That's a real offer and it's still active right now. Let's just say it was the 50 grand deal, Rudy's Inner Circle, which I closed so many of. 50 grand deals. Imagine you were a setter on a 50 grand offer. You'd make, what's 5% of 50 grand? $2,500 if I'm correct. That's from one deal. But look, maybe to build up your experience, etc., you need to look on like some low offers or whatever. On a $10,000 offer. But this is where I would focus. I wouldn't focus on like very low ticket offers because you're going to make low commissions. The higher the offer, obviously, the more experience and the more talented you need to be. Okay. So, okay, we've mapped out our goals. You want to 10x your goals. I've spoken to you about 10xing your goals. Pick. So, like, look, what I did. My goal in 2014, I only wanted to make £2,000 extra a month. I heard Grant Cardone. He was like, 10x your goals. What the hell do you mean 10x your goals? He was like, yeah, 10x your goals. What it takes the same amount of effort to achieve a 10x goal as opposed to a normal goal. So I didn't get it at the beginning, but guess what I said to myself? You know what? I don't get what he's saying, but let me just write it down anyway. Just like Umar nodded his head and he was like, you know what? Let me just write this down. Yeah, I'm watching everybody, by the way. I'm watching Mo as well after ages. Mo has come down the freaking Zoom call after a whole year. This guy, I've been speaking to him for years. He is such a waste of talent. He lets the whole world get in his way. He should be making, like, look, like I'm saying this to him because I know him and I'm going to be direct. This is a boot camp. I'm going to be direct. Like, Mo, I know things have happened in your life, bro. And I love you for the sake of Allah. And like, you're like a brother to me, bro. And I'm always going to speak to you like a brother. But we need to step up now. It's now or never. You know the conversation I used to say to myself. Like so. Some of you guys have wrote your goals down. Who wrote their goals down? Like put them on the YouTube. Whoever's watching on the live on the YouTube live, what are your income goals? Like, what is it? 5 grand a month, 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month. Like, put it on there so I can see 10 grand a month. Semi said 10 grand. Let's do it. 100 grand. I'm talking about a month. Habib wants to make 50K a month. So you've wrote your goals down. Some people, like some of you guys, have already 10x your goals. You're like, I want to make 5 grand, and I'm going to 10x it. Umar Godel is like 13K. Some of you guys have already 10x your goals. It takes the same amount of effort. And I learned this later, man. It takes the same amount of effort to achieve a 10x goal as opposed to a normal goal. You know that amount that you guys have just written down, Ismail, Anfal, 10K, guys. The amount that you've wrote down, let's just say 10 grand. Every single month, you're not making 10 grand a month. Guess what? You are throwing it away for someone else to earn it. Because let me tell you something, that's the mindset you need to have. Every month I'm not achieving my goal, I am throwing the money away every single month. You know, when you think like that, I swear something else is going to trigger in you. You're going to get some fire behind you like Sonic, and you're going to get going. You're going to be like, so what? I'm wasting it. You know what you're saying to the universe, to everybody? Like, you know what? God, I don't want this money. Give it to somebody else. Let him. I don't want to retire my mom. I don't want to help my dad. I don't want to help the poor. I don't want to help my church or my mosque or like the poor people in my village. I don't want to do all of that. Give it to somebody else. That's what you're saying. You know, when you act with that sort of tenacity, boy, I'm telling you, you know, when you speed up your success. And that's what I want you to be like. You know, every month I'm not making 20 grand a month, 10 grand a month, I'm losing it. Then something else. Like, look, what I'm saying to you, like, remember I told you about personal development. I want everybody here. Believe in yourself, of course, commit to 1 year of personal development. Write it down. 1 year of personal development. I am not going to stop personally developing myself. What do I mean by personally developing myself? The moment you wake up in the morning. So you stop listening to all bullshit. You stop listening, watching all like every single football match live, every single baseball match, basketball, cricket, I don't know, all these other random stuff, a Netflix series and all that, whatever. You stop all of this. This is what I did, I'm just sharing it with you guys. If you want to achieve your reason why, if you really want to achieve your reason why, you're going to quit all of that for the next year, and you're going to make it happen for yourself. Because when you're watching, you know, only watch and listen to content that's helping and improving you. That's personal development. So any motivational video, inspirational video, informational video that's helping you improve yourself so you can perform on the job better. You're only going to consume that. Now, look, if you're watching it on the live, YouTube live, don't be stingy and drop a like. Maybe even share it. Drop a comment or whatever. Because somebody, this may push it out to reach. You know, before I never used to care about any of this. I was just like, let me record it and just get it out to people. But ever since I've set my goal of 50,000 families to impact through my knowledge, I need to, like, I'm gonna be hiring an editor, or you know, getting help from editors and, you know, people with YouTube help, etc., whatever. And I need to do all of this. As cringy as it sounds, I used to be like, I'm never gonna say it or whatever. Now I'm like, I have to like make sure you drop a comment and hit like, and but people still don't bloody hit like. They're like, Jabran, we love your video. I'm like, I never see you commenting on anything. Ah, Jabran, I loved your videos. I love this and I love that. I'm like, you've never shared any of my posts. And sometimes I look back and I'm like, you know, there's 75% of my viewers that don't even subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm like, what the hell? Like, does it cost you to subscribe or like or comment or share? But this is how stingy people are, isn't it? Like, it's nuts. They're like, what's in it for me? Because you know what everyone was always thinking about? But what's in it for me? Do you know how much so many people were like, Jabran, is this really for free? Do you know how many messages I had? Like, is this really for free? Like, no, 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 but what's the catch? Are you going to have a pitch in there? Guys, there's no pitch. This is all for free. And this is just foundation, what I'm talking about right now. I'm just dropping the foundation. Now, look, guys, some of you guys are probably thinking for 1 hour he's been talking about the foundation. But you know, if the foundation's wrong for a house, guess what's going to happen? It's going to come coming down. It's going to come down quicker than it got up. We need to get this foundation right. We really, and for some of us, it's repetitive stuff. It's okay. Sometimes we need to hear the message between 8 and 12 times before it registers. Some of you guys are going to get this later, the ones that have studied the $5 million a month framework, because this is a principle within the $5 million a month framework. Most humans need to hear and see the message between 8 and 12 times before they take action. Those of you that have studied the $5 million a month frameworks on the other YouTube's videos on YouTube on my channel, you'd know what I'm talking about. So commit into personal development for 1 year. Watch the person you become. Man, I'm into personal development for just 90 days. Watch my content just for 90 days and consume it on repeat. I promise you, you'll be a different person. I say that with full confidence and faith because this is the same content I studied and I became the person that I am today. You guys just need to become a student of the game. And I want to share with you a story that really resonated with me when I first started out. Like, you know how I just told you, like, just do this for 1 year. My mentor said to me, Jabran, commit to this for 5 years. Commit to personal development and working on yourself for 5 years. Some of you guys would have quit if I said 5 years to you guys. It's true. You guys will be like, wait, 5 years to make 5 grand? Get the hell out of here. My mentor said to me, Jabran, stay in the game for 5 years. I was like, say no more. I didn't question it. My mentors told me, one day maybe I'm going to do a call with an individual, so many of my mentors that you guys can learn from as well. Commit to it for 5 years. And I was like, what? And they gave me the analogy of the Chinese bamboo tree. Because the analogy of the Chinese bamboo tree, like most people don't know about the Chinese bamboo tree. Did you know the Chinese bamboo tree does not grow for years when when the seeds are planted? It doesn't grow for years. As a matter of fact, imagine, like, I want you guys to treat your work like a bamboo tree. You've planted the seed and now you're coming and watering it every day. Imagine we're growing up, all of us, we're going to go into our back gardens and grow a Chinese bamboo tree. Forget our back gardens. No one's going to see that. In the front of our house. In the front of our house, we're going to go plant a Chinese bamboo tree where our neighbors are going to see it, our friends are going to see it, our family are going to see it, but only you know it's a Chinese bamboo tree. For all they know, it's just a tree. So you've planted the seed. Now, every single day, you're coming and watering it. Every day, watering it. Every day, watering it. Guess what? Every day you're coming, your mom's like, your dad's like, your brother, your friend, neighbor's like, what the hell are you doing every single day? You're coming watering. It's been a few days. Now it's gone to a few weeks. Like, Tazeen, are you feeling okay? Why do you keep watering in this same place for days, now weeks? It's come on to months. They're like, you're crazy. But you keep watering because guess what? Even if you miss one day, you miss a day of watering the seed, guess what? The Chinese bamboo tree is not going to grow. You just miss one day, it's not going to grow. If you stop watering it, it's dead. And guess what? You have to water it for every single day for not 1 month, not 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years straight. You're watering it, but then when it comes to the fifth year, it grows 90 feet tall out the ground. It grows 90 feet tall within 6 weeks. Now, did it grow 90 feet tall in 6 weeks or 5 years? It took 5 years. There was action going down at the bottom of the ground. The seeds were going down first before they were coming up. They had to get all the geography was going on and everything. Some of you guys have probably been on this online thing like Mo. Like it's been a couple of years. He's just been trying to make this high ticket sales thing work. He's still been in all the group chats. He ignores a lot of the messages as well. Like he's just there. He's like part of the club. But now he's come. It's like the boot camp's going on. Let me come back. We can't do this with our, you know, you want to treat, your mission here in high ticket sales like a Chinese bamboo tree. I gotta water it every day. So one of the main questions you want to ask yourself every single day: what did I do to move one step closer towards achieving my reason why? It could be, listening to something positive. It could be, doing some outreach. It could be dialing again to somebody, calling or texting or following up with the client or whatever. Doing something to move towards your reason why. And look, some people are going to come and laugh at you. They're going to mock you. Let me tell you, a lot of people mocked me. A lot of people. They used to be like, what the hell are you doing? And like, look, some people are going to be like, hey, what the hell's going on? They're going to probably be like, yo, like, what's going on with your high ticket sales thing? Have you made any money yet? Your online thing, how much money have you made? Or they'll be like, where are the checks? Where's the bank balance? You've got to bite your tongue and keep going. And like some people are going to mock you and be like, Wallace thinks he's growing a Chinese bamboo tree. It's been 4 years and he hasn't even made a penny. Some people may say it to you, but you got to keep going. I want you to, YouTube the parable of the Chinese bamboo tree. Honestly, like I probably don't know like a terrible explanation of it, but hopefully you got the gist of it. Okay, let me just finalize a few things before we move on. Like there's one thing because I know a lot of you guys over here. And a matter of fact, put on the chat, on the YouTube chat, what's the most amount of money you have made consistently in 1 month? Because I want you guys to come back to this and take a screenshot and post it on your own socials. Post it on the YouTube channel. Some of you guys are not listening. Post it on the YouTube channel. What's the most amount of money you've made in one single month, back to back to back to back to back? Not just like, oh, 1 month, like Habib, when I asked him, he was like, I made $8,000. The most I made is $8,000. When I asked him, he was like, oh, I only made it 1 month. No, that don't count. Like, just so you guys know as well, not in high ticket sales, just in general. What's the most amount of money you've ever made in a month? Like, for more than 3 months in a row. Now, some people hear me like make, claims and say this and say that. Just so you guys know, I will never tell you I've done something unless I've done it multiple times over. I wouldn't even tell people I made 20 grand a month until I helped other people make 20 grand a month. So okay, we've got $600, $500, 2K, 4,000, zero Azad. I don't know what Azad is, so well, it's probably just no money. Let's do it. You're putting so many comments, but like at least change your name and just you don't need to comment once. You put comment like about 50 times the same thing. Cardine Hem, $500 for 3 months. You're gonna come back to this 1 year from down the line and talk about like that time I was on my first boot camp call and I mentioned that I only made $500. Now I'm making $500 per conversation. Now I'm making $500 a day. The day's gonna come where you're gonna make $500 a day. The day is gonna come from one deal. You're gonna make $2,500. You're gonna make $500 per deal. Like my younger brother, he used to be a pizza boy. He used to make pizzas in Birmingham, England, on Coventry Road in Small Heath, England. He used to make pizzas. He used to work at Big Pizza, the Stone Baked Pizza. He came to me, like I've been telling him, imagine this. I was telling him for years, get into high ticket sales, get into high ticket sales, get into high ticket sales. He wouldn't listen. I would even tell him that, whoa, I'm killing it. I'm making this much money. He wouldn't listen. And in one of the months, I showed him like all the money that I made on that one offer where I worked for like 1.5 years, where it was like 20 grand, 20 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand a month. He was studying to be a teacher. He quit teaching, he quit his job, and he was like, I'm going to do this. I was like, this guy's going to get me shot by my mom. I'm crapping it. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Then I was like, what am I going to do? So I was like, look, here's some videos I gave him like of other people. like other sales trainers and what. I'll also go study them and come back to me. But make notes as well. He came back to me a week later with a notebook full of notes. I was like, shit, now I need to help him. And obviously, I'm very networked. I messaged one of my good friends, Matthew Lepre, who was one of the clients where I placed a manager and sales team, etc., and whatever. I messaged him and I got him on the offer. And he started making like two and a half, three and a half, 4,500, pounds a month, which was more than what he was making as a pizza boy. And then 1 year later, he was like, put me on a bigger offer. I'm ready. The moment I put him on a bigger offer, because Matthew Lepre, it wasn't a big offer. It was like a couple of grand. Like the offer was a couple of grand. It was only a course and it was an ecom course. But the moment I put him on a big offer, his first month he made £30,000. First full month, £30,000. 1 year prior to that, he was a pizza boy. Within a few months, he was making north of 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 in a single month. Just just a year and a half prior to that, he was a pizza boy. He was coachable. He lived with me, so he was going to get duplicated. The amount of the more time that you guys are going to spend with me and people like me and in the guys like in the closest university, your income is going to grow. So I want you guys, I want to talk to you guys about money mindset, and I'm going to finish up on this because that's going to be enough for the foundation. Like, look, but this is the key lesson of today: your money mindset. Some of you guys haven't earned more than $500, $5,000 in a single month. So when you're going to pitch someone to pay $50,000, you're going to be like, oh my God, $50,000. How are they going to get the money? Because you think yourself like, oh my God, it's a lot of money. I want you to know it's not a lot of money. It's not. It's a lot of money to you because you don't have it. And that's okay. There's a lot of money in the world. I want you to understand there is an abundance of money in the world. You know what you need to be like? Who's got my money? Who's got my money? Don't ever think you're asking for a lot of money. Like, when you're speaking to people and like, yeah, Mr. Client, it's $10,000. Don't think it's a lot. People spend $10,000 on dinners. People spend $20,000, $10,000 on holidays. So it's not a lot of money. It's just you can't afford it yet. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but it's okay. It's something I had to do with myself from 2014 to all the way through to 2021. Remember this: you are offering a solution to their problem. You are offering a solution to their problem. So don't worry about the money. Think about the offering of the solution to the problem that's keeping them up at night. Just because it's a lot of money for you, it doesn't mean for some of your prospects, it's a lot of money for them. It's not. Oh, Ewan, Leonard, Martin. I'm keeping an eye on the YouTube comments as well. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money to me because I don't have it. Okay, another thing. I need you guys to detach from the outcome. So when you're making outbound calls, when you're speaking to people, just know you'll eventually get your yeses, but you're going to have to grow through the no's. You're going to have to grow through the no's. You need to collect no's before you get a yes. So look, guys, you need to actually, so when you're dialing, and I'm going to teach you guys about the law of averages, etc., and whatever. But when you're dialing, you need to be like, well, look, what am I doing? So look, let me tell you a bit about the law of averages. Jim Rohn's The Law of Averages. It states that if you perform an action, enough and steady, a predictable ratio of results will appear. So if you perform an action often enough, a steady and predictable ratio of results will appear. And his core principles were the ratio emerges from action. So if you talk to 10 people and one person says yes, your ratio is 1 out of 10. Once this ratio starts, it tends to stay consistent over time. So now for every 10 people I speak to, you're going to get a no. So you now know, even if you speak to 20 people, it may be, you may get 17 no's back to back to back, but then number 18 will be a yes. Number 20 will be a yes. Bam, you've got your 1 out of 20. You've now realized your law of averages is 1 out of 10. Maybe it's going to be 1 out of 20. But if you know, in order for you to get that $500 sale, you just need to speak to 20 people and they need to say no. Remember this, the numbers do not care about feelings. The law, the law is impersonal. It does not matter if you feel sad, confident, or tired. Consistent activity delivers predictable numbers. You just need to go through the numbers, grow through the numbers, forget the feeling, detach yourself from the outcome. Don't worry, like, is this person going to say yeah? This person's going to say no. Remember, the law of averages maps out. Sometimes the law of averages is going to map out after 50 calls. You may just get like what I used to do sometimes as well. I sometimes used to get, there used to be sometimes where like, it was a no, it was a no. I do a call, it was a no, it was a no, it was a no. And then all of a sudden, call number 6 was a yes, 7 was a yes, 8 was a yes, and 9 was a yes as well. There's been times where I've got multiple hat tricks back to back to back of deals. There were times where, the reason why I was talking to you about my brother, the most deals I've ever got in one day on a cold offer, where like the leads were coming off a Facebook ad and straight to me, there was no setters, was 7 deals. My brother, who's been trained by me, I tell him, you are conditioned to be better than me. The most deals he's got in one day, Allah Mubarak, mashallah, he's got 11 deals in one day. 11 deals. And some of the deal sizes were like 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, $100,000. Back to the law of averages. Quantity makes up for skill. Oh my God. Guys, quantity makes up for skill. When you are new and you lack experience, you can make up for poor results by increasing the number of attempts. What you don't make up in skill, you can make up in the numbers. So when you're new and you lack experience, you can make up for your poor results by simply increasing the number of attempts that you do on like dialing, on sending out messages. You can improve your ratio also as you practice, as you learn, as you grow through personal development, your success rate actually improves. So a 1 in 10 ratio will eventually turn 2 out of 10 calls that you make, you'll get deals. Sometimes it will move to like eventually once, because look, repetition is the mother of learning. Once you've got used to it, you're putting through the numbers and you're getting the results and you're getting good. Now your ratio probably even go to 5 out of 10. It's like this, man. The first time you do something, you're going to be rubbish. Then maybe you're going to be a bit less rubbish. Then a bit more less rubbish. Then eventually you're going to get good. It's a bit like when you start to do something, like if you've ever played a sport, the first time you play it, you're a bit rusty. But look, it's the same thing, like, but then if you carry on practicing, practicing, practice makes better. I'm not going to say perfection because there's no such thing as perfection, but practice makes you better. Now, let's just say for some people as well, if you learn and you get some results and whatever, and then you take time off for like about a good year and then you come back to it, you're going to be rusty. So all of these things map out, guys. So look, guys, that's enough for today. I'm actually gonna unmute some of you guys. If anyone has any questions, just raise your hands. We've got a couple of minutes, and I'll go through whoever raised a question if they have any questions. I should have done this earlier. I'm not gonna ask everyone. I'm gonna ask someone that I'm not supposed. Daniel, um, go for it. Be quick though, bro.
Bro,
Go for it.
Jabran.
Hello.
Yeah, so you personally hit 50K, 100K per month. So what was the biggest identity shift, not a tactic, that took you from being a top performer to being able to become someone who actually builds top performers?
I got it. So remember how I told you to write your goals down? I wrote my goals down every single day. You know, when I was writing my goals down and I was coloring in the
Yeah.
posters, I was looking at it every single day. It took me 3 years to actually believe I was going to make 2 or 8 grand a month. It took me 3 years to actually believe I'm going to make 20 grand a month. That was, something. And that's why I say to all of you guys, repetition is the mother of learning. So the more you look at the goal, the more you speak about the goal, the more you put it out there, the quicker you're going to believe it. Then once you believe it, I promise you're going to achieve it. But that was me. That's what I did. That was my biggest identity shift. As in, like, you know what? If other people are making it, I'm gonna make it as well. They speak English, I speak English. They're good at sales, I'm gonna be great at sales. Before you knew it, I smashed the goal. But that was that. Okay, who else do I have? Rakib, quickly.
Um,
Okay, Rakib, sorry, bro. Your signal is really bad. We need to work on that. Abdurrahman, actually, no.
Yo, it's me,
Abdurrahman,
right?
yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, man. Yesterday I was talking to you, but the light just cut off. So my question was, yeah, my question was, how do I even get a role? Like now I've been practicing my sales skills, and I know
How
my
you're gonna
shit.
get a
I know what
role
to do.
is you're gonna stay on every single class. Like, wait till you come tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be preparing you guys. Now I've given you the foundation. I want all of you guys to go back to this class, listen to it again, and type out all the key points that I spoke to you about live once you're watching it. And tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to land the role. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day I'm going to be showing you exactly how to land the role, what you need to be. But guys, I've got a strong pause. So if it does cut off, it cuts off. As you guys know, I'm traveling. And normally at 1 a.m., it's like gazip. So if it goes gazip, I'm going to see you two guys tomorrow. So we'll keep rolling for now. Umar, if you unmute yourself, go for it.
Sure. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to ask you a question. What is the biggest mistake you see a high ticket closer uh, would do in, objection handling?
Listen, you don't need to objection handle. This is what you're also going to learn in the boot camp. Like, look at my sales calls. Umar, you know what? Later on, after tomorrow, whatever, look at my live sales calls. And I'm closing them on $10,000 packages, and there's no objections. I'm doing things that no objections come up. I'm preempting the objections before they even come up. So it's just a normal conversation. I don't have objections. They just ask me questions and I answer them. But there's no objection because, and I'm going to be teaching you guys because there's 3 parts to the sale: the meeting before the meeting, which is the sales call, but then what you do after.
I think the light just went off.